So hello everyone and welcome back to playing Areena 5 interactively with Kide. So I have renamed our team. The name at the moment is at least then Crystal Masters. I would have renamed it as the Masters of the Universe like successed first, but unfortunately Masters of the Universe was a little bit too long of a name. It would have ended up being Masters of the U. And ooh or you wouldn't exactly mean universe, now would it? And there was another mention that crystal could be somewhere in the name anyhow, because Kide basically means crystalline stuff, or the natural sort of crystalline stuff that is not crystals specifically, or the human-made material crystals, but otherwise. But Crystal Masters is the name at the moment. Not sure if it's the best name, but it shouldn't be bad at least. And then the bear is named at the moment then Shivers. And our goblin wizard is named Zerma the Unkind. And hopefully I said it correctly. The hobbit still doesn't have anyone as an owner, so I just named him Frodo. He will be a Frodo hobbit in our little team. I think it should work out fine. As we can easily see, we don't have a lot of money though. I don't think it's worth us necessarily to go and try to get another guy into our crew. We could consider perhaps this guy, but he's relatively old and I don't know how much he really would be bringing to the table, considering he still has 11 of wages, so I'm not gonna be having any one of those. This is basically the tavern or recruitment center for each season, as mentioned before. What we could do is either train the bearman's speed a little bit, because the worse they are in some specific skill, the easier it is to teach them, or the cheaper it is to teach them in school. So that is one that we could do. Speed is basically something that affects all of their skills in these weapons. The better pluses they have, the better abilities they have in these skills. Immediately if we train one speed to him, he will improve all of these skills by one. So it's pretty nice nonetheless. And then of course his strength, you can easily see, influences the +4 in damage as a melee weapon. So that's nice. And he on the other hand gets a little bit of a bonus at least in the attack, I think, with this crossbow. Speed of course is more of a, well, of course, abilities to use these different kind of weapons. Like, he is pretty good with the bow and all that, but they would be very bad in a melee fight. But of course I could still consider at least getting them some sort of a weapon soon enough, because they really could at least use it as something that they could try to be deflecting hits from. There is the unfortunate thing that if some enemy gets close to these guys, there is the fact that they cannot defend themselves basically at all. They can defend, I mean they can try to be punching them, but they cannot be using the crossbow or a bow or any spells when they are in a close quarter combats. So that is something to keep in mind, and that's why we have a Shivers here as someone that will be taking the front, and these guys then can use their spells and bows and sus from the back. But that is definitely something to keep in mind. So the Careless or Sus are the next opponents that we have. And I guess we could consider at least also doing one thing, which would be at least buying the cheapest, which is really not expensive, cheapest little armor for both of these guys, just a measurement to protect them at least a little bit, especially when it doesn't take a lot of money. We could, on the other hand, then also train him a little bit with speed, because as said, it's not that expensive. The higher their numbers in these are, the more expensive it is. It would cost 180 on the other hand to train more strength for this guy. So train a little bit of the speed, just so that we can see the influence immediately. These abilities grew a little bit. So basically we really have no money whatsoever, so let's go. just put them up there quickly. Of course, as you can see easily, we could have 3, or we have 3 combatants, we could have 6 maximum, and overall we still can have 3 extra gladiators in our rows. Yeah, and it says here as well that if some gladiator doesn't fight in a certain battle, we will be paying half of their wages that month for them. So there is that benefit for not having everyone fight. So let's go into a battle, and this is actually a really darn easy battle. This is even embarrassingly little gladiators in this fight, but I cannot help it. They have apparently suffered a lot in the previous battles because they only have 1 gladiator up. So unfortunately I would say that this is gonna be a really easy battle. Even the pig flew straight to the lizardman. Shoot him. Good shot. 7 points of damage to pass. We don't wanna necessarily be moving first in as a action, because then he would have been able to already hit us. So I'd rather pass that. Then do the flying pig again. Yay, success. And of course, as you can see here, as he attacks with the club, he has a 26, and he is very bad with trying to... Well, he doesn't have good blocking ability, of course. It's 10, but why it is -1 is that you can see from here some things that affect their skills. These all will be even lower if these are minus numbers. -10 because he has very serious injuries already. We've hurt him already a lot. And then his morale is weak. He hasn't been able to make kills, he hasn't been able to do anything very well, and their team has been losing, and so his morale is low. Poor guy. On the other hand, our Hobbit has +1, our Bearman also has +1 in the morale, and our Sarmatian guide has even +6. Why? Because he made 3 kills in the last battle. I didn't even notice at the time. Bearman got 0 even though he was taking all the punishment. Our Frodo got 1 kill even though he got also injured. And then Sir Matian the guy just took care of all the rest of the hit points that the enemies had. So he ended up with the 3 kills or 3 fells in a battle, which is fun. Well, now Shivers at least got their first fell. He is injured, and that was a very easy battle. 75 more gold, and Shivers got some more skill with the club, hitting it with it, and also Sir Matian Kind got a little bit better with hitting with the crossbow, which is nice. As such, we are at the top of our division now. As such, there is one thing that I'm not sure about if it's the best thing, to be honest, to be in the top of the division. Of course, as you can easily know, after the first year is over, the one that is on the top of their division will be transferred to the higher division, and on the other hand, the lowest here will get transferred back to the lower division, of course. As such, I almost would prefer, if I would be very tactical, I usually actually do it, is that I do as well as I can, but so that I don't get to the highest position and get transferred to the top, because it's very hard to be trying to keep yourself in the 3rd division when you get up there. Extremely hard, actually. I've managed to do it sometimes immediately to be able to stay in the 3rd division, but usually it will end up you getting back to the 4th division then the next season, and it's bad for morale and it's bad for everyone, so to speak, or I feel like it's a worse option than just staying in the 4th division for 2 seasons and then going to the 3rd division and hopefully staying in there. But we'll just try to be making as well as we can at the moment. We of course spent too much money and we lost 86 gold coins. I don't think we have the money to be doing any recruitment, unfortunately. Now we don't have our first cup match then, but it was a very easy opponent, so we can just go. Let's try to be starting to save some money. That just was the question, do we really want to skip the recruitment pace, but we don't have any money, so yes. Yes, and they don't have a lot of guys either, so This is also going to be pretty easy, I would say. Pass. You can be waiting for them to be coming around. 69% chance of hitting with the club when he is trying to deflect with a little dagger, and we didn't manage to hit. Unfortunate, but true. Well, at least our shot went through. Blind beak. Nah, didn't succeed. Like here you can then see that we have the 48 skill, because +7 from the morale, of course. And he has the resistance to spells 25, because he gets minuses from here to his ability to resist spells. But still we managed to fail with it, and he immediately got some more resistance abilities. He was able to knock off that spell, and so he got better with it. Better at resisting. So, let's just try it again. Well, this time around we actually managed to confuse him totally. A flying column from full hormonals flew right into there. Our Hobbit got the next skill, or Frodo. Good, good. He is gone. Nice shot for damage through the armor. No hits, even though you have a good chance of hitting, but no. 56% at least isn't that good, but of course a Hobbit also has a pretty good evasion, so it's harder to hit him than something like this guy with a bow, who has a 17 in evasion, but at least he's confused. There's a lot of these different skills that you have to be paying attention to, and a lot of different races with different abilities and ability scores. They also have a maximum scores in these different things that I know approximately. I don't remember exactly, but for example the guy who was very good with the hit points, I remember that pretty well. So again, Frodo got better with hitting with the bow, Cermak got better with hitting with the crossbow, and Shivers didn't get better with hitting, but with deflecting hits. So, next opponent in the cup, we are in the second round of course, as you can see, is going to, on the other hand, be a pain. It's going to be Ring Knights. Yes, that's the name of those guys, they are Ring Knights. And I think they were pretty high up in the divisions. Well, at least we got some money now, which is good. Let's have a look. Where is Ring? Yeah, they are, even if they are in the lowest position in the second division, but it's probably going to be quite hard to try to be managing to do anything more. We can wonder if we should even be sending all of our guys into the battle, in all honesty. It's good to be getting as far in the cup as you can, because it will mean that you will have more fights, first of all, during your season or your year, which is good for tickets. And the higher you get into the cups, first of all, you usually, of course, as cup master is also important, the higher you get, the better revenue you will be able to get, and that is awesome. That's why it's very nice that we got an easy victory here. And these, of course, are just coming up. So again, we are going to be fighting against the same guys, but just in a series. And then we are going to be getting into the cup against the Ring Knights, which is going to be difficult. We'll have to be seeing how it's going to be looking like. I don't think we should be trying to hire anyone yet. We could maybe think about getting a ranger, Samoyed ranger, but he is very old. He's cheap, but old. Very old. Let's just go into the next battle. Get forward in this year. And now they actually got their best guy back up. Athol was a thief or a buckler or shas that they had, that is actually relatively okay with the sword, and he has a pretty good sword. It's not a scimitar, but or is it a scimitar? Could be something along those lines, anyways. So he is the most dangerous opponent, and that is definitely who I'm gonna be concentrating first of all. He doesn't have a very good chance of evading hits, anyways, from the bows, so that's nice. He just has a pretty good armor, of course. Shoot. Good, at least a little bit of damage. Let's wait for him to be coming closer. Our guys can try to be getting hits into him from here. No damage still. Now let's try to be just making him confused so he cannot do anything. And actually he got better with casting the spell. Awesome. He actually got better in it, so that's very nice. We didn't manage to hit, 54% chance of hitting, so not that good when he is okay with trying to deflect those hits too. 41% chance of hitting the Samo fighter, our bear, but he didn't manage to do it. Good. No. Let's just try to... didn't fail. Did fail this time around, didn't succeed, but at least the bear got nice damage into him, so he first of all has a pretty bad condition already, which will lower his abilities, which is nice. And 10 hit points left. I still prefer to try to take one out first before anything else. Again we hit, but we just didn't manage to go through his armor. We would need better weapons for that. Well, big, no working. Well, he shouldn't be... yeah, now he has already minus 20 into his abilities, which is great. Nonetheless, if only we would actually manage to kill him. Good. Because, yeah, you are getting badly wounded as well. You have only 7 hit points left, so that was very important to get him out. Now then, the Sumo fighter. Hobbit really isn't a very big threat, even though he can hit very well with the fists, but his damage output is so low that he's really not a threat at all. Sumo at least can do okay damage-wise. Not as good as the buckler could have done or the thief. 4 hit points, good. He should be down soon. Damn it. 1 hit point. Okay, he's down. Then let's try to get rid of this guy. Should be workable, doable. Well, there you see. The knockback effect from the club. He hit the Hobbit, poor Hobbit, flew right across into the canyon. Down, down, down. 56% chance of hitting, we hit. 9 points of damage, but he falls from the battlefield and suffers extra 100 points of damage because of it. That gotta hurt. And it protects 1 point of damage, his poor little armor, and Dingle still suffers 108 points of damage overall and is very badly in a coma. Yeah, you don't wanna fall. You don't wanna get your characters falling down the bridge. And of course he got improvements in both of those, and Sir Matti Unkind also got better with casting the Flying Beak and with the crossbow. Good, good, very good. Well, we are definitely going to the next division next year, from this point, at least seems like it. A lot of guys here again. There's a troll. Just a goblin, not a goblin wizard. Healer. Then there is a cameo again. I think I always at least think of a cameo as a little bit more like an undead style Kai. A little bit like a cool maybe. I don't know what would be specifically a right word in English though. I have no idea, but maybe a little bit like cool. And then of course an elf. Then there is a dwarf wizard. 2 of them actually. And then there is an orc. Who is Erkki. Orc. So those are the possibilities for the next season to try to be looking into hiring. Most of them we couldn't afford. If you think that one of them would be something that we should be looking into hiring, do let me know. But I would assume that not. It would be good to of course get more gladiators, but... well, let's have a look into our cup opponent. They actually don't have too good of armor. Well, most of them don't have too good of armor, but one of them has 8 protection from the armor, so that's kind of bad. That's kind of bad. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to make it against those guys, to be honest. We can try, sure, but in all honesty, I wouldn't want to be sending all of our guys there, because it's gonna be bad if we manage to fight against them so that we go into a very bad coma. Like, yeah, see, this Dingle guy got 5 months of coma, and so he's out of the battle still 4 more months. So poor guy. We just knocked him out of the battlefield. But yes, I think I'm gonna be ending here now. Say if we should be fighting against the ring knights properly. Most likely not, because what can we do with this kind of weapons and stuff when they are in the damn 2nd division and we are in the 4th division. And then of course there's the recruitment phase where we can consider getting maybe an orc who is, well, not too old. He's pretty quick. And all that, so do let me know. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We've won a few more battles, and they are pleased with us. Leaderboard is very pleased with us. So thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you next time.